What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with the all new episode of Family or Fiancé. This is a change of scenery. I'm just trying to figure some things out right now. Starting off with this episode, which is Lakesha and Jaquan. They met on a dating app. He messaged her. It took her 2 weeks to message back because she wasn't sure that he was her type. So they went to the movies. He was cheap. He did not buy popcorn or a fountain drink. She had to drink out of a water fountain. Listen, it's already enough to buy into the movies nowadays where I'm at. And buying food or some type of drink, some type of snack in the movie theater is expensive as well. Like, it's amazing. And then you try to like find something to eat afterwards. So that I think that date was a bust. But she gave him a second chance and she's happy that she did. She said, he was different than her other relationships. She normally dates bad boys. He was polite, kind, and she went through a lot. She was a single mother, and it was always her and her kids. So this was definitely like another situation where she had to fill it out before she can really go all in. So she wanted to have a good relationship with his parents, but that didn't go too well because based off of what, his parents, or based off of what he's seen and what he's told his parents, they pretty much, wrote her off. Thought she was crazy, not good enough for him. But he said, my mom is not going anywhere, so you guys are going to have to make this work. They got engaged literally after a year of dating. He proposed with no ring. She said she wanted a ring. He went out and bought one. Re-proposed again. They had a wedding date set for this past July 14, 2021. And if there is no blessing, I think they was going to see about maybe waiting and see if they got all the blessings. They want both sides to get along. So, in the session with Tracy, she has 2 kids by 2 different men. They're living in Arizona permanently, but she did travel to Chicago to see if the relationship with Jaquan was real. And she left her kids early on to be looked after because she wanted to test it out and see if this was a good environment for her and her children. But then when that happened, but he ended up coming back to live with her in Arizona. But he left Chicago to be with her. And he said, I was out there by myself with no friends. So he looked online, found a woman. She invited him to come over and they had sex. I'm literally looking like, you mean tell me no friends from Chicago was able to fly down to help you didn't try to make friends out there. You instantly went online. I think you went back on the dating app and found another girl, had a conversation, and she invited you to come over and you had sex. Like, I can't say that was a friendly. I really can't say that. Doesn't make any sense to me. But then a month later, she called him and said that she is pregnant and the baby could be his. I had to count the math because a month, obviously, yes, you can get pregnant on your whole entire ovulation, that 7-day period, that 7-day waiting period for you to try to have a baby, for you to try to get pregnant, and then you wait 2 weeks. You wait 2 weeks to get a pregnancy test, positive or negative. So in that month, she found out she's pregnant, but they need to take a blood test to find out if that baby's his or not. And obviously, that put Lakesha on pause. It will put me on pause too because still to this day, he doesn't know if that kid is. So in that time where you found out in that month the baby was yours, or the baby, a baby is coming, has it been over 9 months now and the baby is here, like physically here, and you can get a blood test, you can get the mouth swab or something, because the time frame in this seems very, very close together. Like, was this occurring when you guys came on here? The show, like, did he have this indiscretion when he came on here? Was before that? But all of his indiscretions came very close to me. So, still to this day, he doesn't know if it's his. That's why I'm saying the timeline. What is the baby here? That wasn't really explained. That was just saying that the possibility the baby's his. But, okay. So, Tracy's giving them tasks, fears in the hat, and a 5-year plan. He has to do the 5-year plan with her family, and she has to do fears in the hat with his. So obviously the family arrives. Her family arrives first. The mom, Clara, her sister Vanessa, and her father Linnell. On their confessional, the dad says he has a very good relationship with Lakesha. Whenever she calls, he's always there. Vanessa, we have a good relationship. We've had our good times and bad times. We've always had good times. The mom sat there, nothing. The dad and the sister looked at her and said, say something. She literally did not want to say nothing. All she said was, Lakesha is very quiet. She's still herself. She does not share anything personal with me, and that's all I have. The father, under his breath, said, damn. Like, damn, you can't even say nothing nice about your child? You literally felt like, I don't know why I'm here. Why y'all asking me something nice about her? I don't have nothing nice to ask for her. Don't put me on the spot like that. But you're her mother. You can't find nothing nice to say about your kid? Okay. Turns out her mom has anger issues. And she's even walked out of counseling because of her anger problems. Child came. Family meeting. So on Jaquan's side, we got his mother Sharon, his brother Ryan, and his father Rob. Everybody introduces each other, and then they get down to their concerns. On his side, the mom's concern is, she has more than one. Her concern is, he had a plan for himself before he met Lakesha. Then when he got with Lakesha, he became stuck and did not move or manifest from that. And she feels like Lakesha takes her anger issues out on him, and they've had blow-ups. And she cannot get over the fact that you left your young children early on in their years to seek out a relationship with my husband, with my son. As a mother, I would never leave my child or never my children in a pursuit of finding a man or trying to not snag a man, but follow a man. You know, how could you do that? And I was concerned with that too. I'm like, what exactly happened that she left her kids? But she said she wanted to lead to give it a good environment. So when her and Jaquan maybe got serious, she wanted to see if, maybe a change of living will be different, and they'll also be invited to Jaquan and their family. But she probably wants to be closer to him in his town or something. I have no idea. Rob, his concern is it's too early. It's too soon. You guys still need to know each other. And yeah, you guys need to know each other. Take some time before you guys, do this. And of course, she's kicked you out 5 times. Once you guys, put a ring on it, is it going to be the same pattern? Is she going to not kick you out? Now, as we're hearing the whole kick him out, her dad, Linnell, is peeping how y'all constantly blaming my daughter for kicking out your son because he keeps cheating on my daughter. What the hell is she supposed to do? Not kick him out? Keep him inside the house and he'll still cheat? What the fuck she's supposed to do? He's peeping how they're just constantly bringing up how she keeps kicking him out. She needs to stop taking him back. That's what needs to be addressed. Stop taking his ass back. Then we have Ryan. His whole thing is communication. I need you to be more vocal. And if you can be now, if you're about to be a stepfather and a husband, I'm gonna need you to communicate better. On Lakesha's side, Claire, her concern is the relationship with her grandchildren. Are you going to step up to the plate and be that stepfather? Linnell, his concern is stability. He has not been able to hold a steady job since Chicago. And you're about to be a husband to my daughter and a father to my grandkids. I want to be sure you can take care of them, provide for them. Vanessa, she wants her sister to get back to her because she's all about making sure other people is good. She's never thinking about herself. And she needs to take this time to find herself again. She was a young mother and now she's about to be a wife, so she never fully had the time to find out what makes her happy, when I understand where she's coming from. So, we get to the task that everybody else is spread around. Lakesha, her first question was, what is the rush to get married? She feels like if I don't, then he'll leave. And I think she feels like that ring's supposed to make it better. When they got engaged, I think that was her way of saying, finally, I got through to him. He's not going to cheat anymore. Now that he knows that this is serious, now that he knows that we're supposed to be together, he's not going to cheat. But the mom peeped game. She said, listen, you think that a ring is supposed to make him do better, not cheat on you again? Please. Please. You can still lose a man after you marry him. I think you married him because you feel like, I don't know, you can't do no better. He's the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know. I mean, Jaquan wasn't bad looking, but I just feel like I want to know the underlying issue as to why he keeps cheating on you. Why? And you keep taking him back. What's the purpose of that? So then his mom, Sharon, she decides to share her story about how her and her husband got together. They've been together since they were 16. They had nothing. They built themselves up, individually. So she wants them to do it. Jaquan needs to find himself. Lakesha needs to find herself so they can come together and be a better couple. Jaquan was asked the question, how do you plan to provide for a family? He said he admits he needs to have a stable career, a stable form of stability, financially stability. And he went to college for law enforcement, so he's been trying to find jobs in that field, administrative work, corrections officer, something of that field. But I think the majority of it, he wants to be a cop. He just received a job offer not too long ago, so in a couple of weeks, he'll probably have something going on. How are you able to leave your children? This was a question asked to Lakesha. She said it was hard. I did not plan for it, but the majority of the fact that she could not explain why she left her children, she was mostly concerned about why did Sharon have so much to say about it? Why did she make that comment? It hurt her feelings. But as any mother would be, what was so important that you had to leave your kids, your 2 children, in order to chase a man from another state? What sense did that make? I would never understand at some point. If you're trying to leave to prepare yourself to be a more financial standpoint for your kids, I can see that, but I'm not going to give you no more than a couple of years to figure that out. Find you a car, find you an apartment, find you a job, and bring your kids along with you. You left your kids behind to pursue a relationship with a man. That way you had no responsibilities. I don't know. I think you had to really have like a good 6 months to a year break. Like you said, y'all been dating for a whole year and you got engaged. You probably left for 6 months. 6 months to have that complete break to find out if this was a good relationship for you. And within a year, a whole year, that's 365 days that you guys have been together. And he has cheated on you, and now it's a possibility he is a father of another baby. That's a lot. And you left your kids to be a part of this shit? I wouldn't have. So she pretty much wanted the mom to mind her business. Those are my kids. You should know nothing about me. But at the end of the day, the father said, well, that was the picture that was painted. How could you leave your kids for a man? Make it make sense to me. So it was a question asked to Jaquan. Do you plan to love and cherish Nani and Fati as you do Lakesha? I think those are her grandchildren's nicknames or names. He said it was hard at first because he's never dated a woman who had children. So the sister asked, are you at a point in your life where you're ready to be a stepfather? He said, as of right now, I don't know, but I'm willing to make it work for her and the kids. I want to be a part of their lives. And it was asked a question to Lakesha. How would you feel if the alleged child turned out to be Jaquan's? She said, I'll be angry. I'll be hurt. I mean, we were together, Like, we did so much together, and this is what would happen. This would tear down all the plans that we have. So the father wants to chime in and say, well, you kicked him out. You kicked him out. He did what he did, and you changed the life. That changed the whole entire situation. So the family feels like he was doing good in the relationship until he slipped. And they feel like everybody can make a mistake, right? She says wrong. But they also reminded him that if the child is his, he has to step up to the plate and take responsibility. I got that. What was causing her to kick you out 3 to 4 times? He said, well, a couple of times he might have been receiving a text message from a woman or a missed phone call from a woman, and she would kick him out. So the fact that he was at fault of behaving inappropriately, possibly cheating in the relationship, Lakesha kicked him out. Probably didn't even want to hear his explanation. So her dad, Linnell, is saying, so what I'm hearing is it's not all Lakesha's fault. Because that's what your parents keep on saying. That is her fault that she kicked you out and that you cheated. No, he says mostly on me. Oh no, it's all on you. Because that's all I've been hearing. The fact that you did what you did because she kicked you out. No, well, let me rephrase that. The fact that the way that he's saying it is like you were not doing completely nothing and she kicked you out for no reason. No, you're possibly having a relations with another woman and having inappropriate conversation with another woman, and she kicked you out because of it. So it was because of you that she kicked you out. But they want to put the whole entire blame on her for kicking you out. Like, why would you kick this man out? Because he was cheating. You want me to invite him back in, make him dinner? Have a nice, pleasant conversation about why he's cheating. How could you cheat on me? I found his number in your phone. Let's go to bed. No, I don't want to be around him. So get out of my house. Get out. So at the end of that, at the end of that, he asked, okay, so do your parents know the amount of time that you cheated on her? Or do they know about the recent interaction? He said, I don't think that they've known. If they don't, I don't know if they know. I haven't told them. So of course, back to the first conversation with Lakesha, his dad said, you kicked him out, teach him a lesson. You can't keep on kicking him out, kicking him out, kicking him out. It becomes a pattern. Well, she wasn't just punishing him for him cheating on the first time. She was also punishing him for cheating on the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth times. And she admitted, like, y'all don't know, he's cheating on me at least 6 times. And they were like, oh, I did not know. I thought it was just the one time, and then I thought that was just a kid. I thought you were just constantly, being petty, being malicious, constantly punishing this man, saying how you don't trust him. No, this was multiple times where they just got back together. He has cheated in between that time. She's kicked him out. He still hasn't learned his lesson. And I'm upset that she keeps on taking him back. So, the brother wants to say, I'm surprised that my brother is the one doing this. He's obviously not taking your relationship seriously. Because if you feel like because he put some ring on your finger, that's supposed to ensure you he's not going to cheat again, no, then you're fooling yourself. And this is where you guys are going to go. Y'all shouldn't even get married. Which I agree. Because the ring didn't do nothing. I mean, he proposed to you with no ring in the beginning. That makes no sense. I think he did it out of a fear of losing you or a fear of losing a place to stay. Because I don't know if Lakesha is suffering from trying to please people all the time. I don't know. I have no idea. So, family dinner. Everybody is eating. Then we find out, how Jaquan cheated prior to his family now knowing. So, Lakesha brought the whole entire story down because he said, once you told me it's over, I'm done. I told you that same day it was over. Well, what did you do? You went on an online app, found a girl, and you slept with her. All within the same day. So how the hell could you you didn't? Wow, was you waiting for your walking papers? Was you ready to engage in a fight that led you to leave and go cheat? You was waiting for something to give you that pass. And his brother wants to say, all right, yeah, I get it. It was wrong for him cheating, but you kicked him out, and the girl gave him a place to stay. His stuff was in garbage can. I was with Linnell, Lakesha's father. He said, what? Y'all still giving him a pass because she kicked him out and he had nowhere to go because he had no choice but to stay at the other woman's place? That makes no sense to me. Because the dad said, I'm never not going to say he's not wrong because he is. I just kind of feel like maybe she didn't, handle it differently. How else would she would have handled it? The man cheated on her. Yeah, because the dad keeps on saying, I don't like the fact that y'all are blaming her for kicking him out. Y'all not putting his ass in check. Y'all not telling him, boy, what the fuck was you doing? Cheating on a girl. Why would you go on the dating app and find a girl that same day after it was over? Why couldn't you just walk away, take some time, give her some space, and come back and have a conversation? No, you went out and found someone else to, handle your pain. Good night. So he apologizes to everyone at the table for putting Lakesha through all this, and especially the baby situation. He says he will move on if the baby's not his, but if it is his, he will take full responsibility. Lakesha said if it turns out to be his, this whole wedding, this whole marriage will be put on the back burner. But his dad wants to say, all right, so if it's not his, then what? You're going to, plan the next 2 months to get married? Think about it. All of this is happening right now. You honestly, you're going to be in the same mindset 2 months from now to marry this man? I don't think so. After dinner, she felt like everybody was honest about how things were going to go, but the fact that there might be more news coming into play, she's trying to figure out what the hell she's going to do about it. So when they got back together after the possibility of a baby could be his, the whole woman thing, they've been trying to have a family, and she has been on birth control. I was like, oh my God. To me, this screams desperation. This screams a constant need to be with a man, to have a man stay. And since there was a woman who she did not know, he just met her on a fluke on a dating app, and she could be the one possibly having your baby, and we have been trying to provide for a family. We've been trying to maybe thinking about, us becoming a family. And now I felt like Lakesha put herself to try to be in competition with the other woman. No, a baby is not going to change a man to cheat, to not cheat, change a man to be faithful. It's not going to do that. What he will do is be a responsible adult and take care of that child. It's not going to solidify the fact that he needs to be with you. No. I don't like it when women think if I have this baby, then it's all going to be better. No, it's not. Because the baby comes and you guys get a divorce or you guys break up and leave, you're stuck with a baby that you probably didn't even want. And you're going to treat that baby like he's an unwanted being. He's something that you did not want to have. You wish you would have aborted him. And that's not fair for the baby. The baby is the innocent one in all of this. So the fact that she is concerned that she might be pregnant, she's scared. And then, yeah, she's scared to see this positive or not, because she's like, fuck, I don't know why I put myself in this situation. Day 2. Everybody's coming down for breakfast. And Lakesha comes down with Jaquan, and here her mom, Claire, comes. Look at my oldest daughter with Jaquan. They all come down for breakfast. As she's approaching her, Claire wants to criticize and say, girl, pull this up. Your titties is out. Pull that up. She said, I thought it was cute. No, fix that. Then Lakesha is in the kitchen washing the dish, and Claire, under her breath, is gossiping with Linnell, and she's saying, look at her hair. Look at that bun. It's all messy. She needs to fix that. I'm like, why are you nitpicking on your own daughter? She did not look wrong. I don't think I said it. Lakesha is a very beautiful girl. Very beautiful. And when she came down, she looked fine to me. But oh no. Oh no. Here comes her other daughter, Vanessa. Vanessa's coming down with her rose printed pajamas, button up long sleeve shirt and shorts to match. She's coming down, and here come Clara. Oh my God, look at my beautiful young daughter. Look at her, my beautiful young daughter with those beautiful legs, like Tina Turner legs. They're so beautiful. I was like, no. Mama, you favoritism right now. And I feel like this favoritism is due to the fact that your oldest daughter is a little bit more prettier, and she's skinny, or what I say, she's slim thick, because I feel like Lakesha, she's not fat, but she's definitely on the plus size, but she has a shape, she has a curve, and she's a very beautiful girl. But the way that you just downgraded, talked about, belittled Lakesha, but build up your other daughter, who came down in her pajamas. Like, oh my God, it's not that serious. She came in her pajamas. Okay. I mean, her lace front was laid and everything, but I feel like that was doing too much, and that was definitely favoritism for me. And that was very uncomfortable. I don't like favoritism when it comes to families and siblings. I don't like it. Like, you try to build one up and put the other one down, because this one will probably give you a credit that you can like have beautiful children. I don't know. You want some praise? I didn't like that. So everybody's all outside playing for the day, and the mom keeps on going, girl, change your outfit. I want you to look nice. I thought it was fine. No, fix that. Get you some pants or something. Go on. So she's talking to her sister, and she said, I don't know what her problem was. I thought I looked fine. I think you look fine too. I did look fine. But she's constantly criticizing me, putting me down, like it's questioning my self-esteem. And I think that she was questioning her self-esteem. And I don't like that. Like I said before, I feel like she is trying to put her other daughter down because she's plus size. She's plus size. While her other daughter, she is so proud and so glad that she had a skinny, slim, thick daughter who is so beautiful. She has to say she's beautiful every 5 minutes. I don't like that. So they're talking to Tracy about what happened, and she doesn't believe that his mom and dad will give her a blessing, because they believe we need more time. But Laquan doesn't believe they need more time. They think that they're at a good pace for what they're doing. And even though she said at the table, if it turns out the kid is his, she will push back the wedding. But she's also putting herself down, feeling like I came with so much baggage, and you were so happy, and I fucked your situation up, I fucked your life, and I'm all fucked up. I'm like, don't put yourself in that situation. Turns out Jaquan is not as sweet and clean as you think. He is a cheater. He has a problem. He can't be without a woman for some odd reason. And so, she felt like, if he had a kid with someone else, that's somebody I did not sign up for, nor me and my kids. And he's done it so many times, he's never gone out and had a kid. But apparently he said that, this wasn't the woman that he went to. This was the first, all the other times he's cheated on her with and kicked him out, the other got tired of it. Said, don't come over here no more. I'm tired of being, the in-between to get your feelings out, and then you leave and don't come back. I'm sitting here waiting for a phone call. No. So he went out and found another person. So when she kicked him out that last time, he went out and found her and went to her place, and that's when the whole possibility of a baby could come out of. And that's, yeah, I feel like did you have these on standby? Because like I said before, The woman that he was already communicating with, she got tired of being at his beck and call. So she said, get the fuck out. So he found someone else. She was willing to invite a man, come over and have sex. Now it's possibly a baby could be his. So Tracy makes a connection with her hearing him. And she said, this is like what your mother treats you. You're making faces, not believing him. That's not what happened. I don't care. I'm done with this shit. Go ahead. So she feels like this is a mirror to how your mom does you. And she never thought of it like that. She said, you know, it's being a test that, you know, it's the fact of, you know, I'm going to remember my words at. Yeah, she said we partnered the way we were parenting. Since your mom pretty much did not want to have anything to do with you, did not want to uplift you, she just wrote you off. Felt like she didn't have nothing else to say to you. I want you to talk to your mom so we can break this cycle, because you do not want to carry this with your other children. So after that, they, you know, talked about the pregnancy. She's fearing being pregnant. And they asked her, do you want another baby right now? She says she would not mind having another kid, but she is afraid if she is having it. She's afraid if there is a baby coming because of how everything is. It's super fragile right now. Everything's not going to work out this way. So she took a pregnancy test. It's negative. She's like, thank God, I feel so relieved. Is it bad that I feel relieved? He said, no, listen, we do not need to have a baby right now. If you feel like these needs to get fixed, we don't need to have a baby. Good. Don't have a baby. Get on birth control. Otherwise, no. So the mom comes out. She starts talking to her mom and telling her, I felt alone. I felt rejected whenever I wanted to talk to you. But her mom wants to say, well, you were always to yourself. You just sit in your room and read. You wasn't an outgoing person. And as a mother who raised 3 kids by herself, I put myself to the position where I would go to work and come home and lay down. But she said, you still never took the time to still want to hang out with me, say hi to me, see what's going on with your kids, but you always put Vanessa up. She said, I've never done that. I just wanted you to look your best. I just wanted you to feel good about yourself. But I told you I feel fine. I could come down in my pajamas and feel completely okay. But you act as if everything Vanessa does is perfect. She said, I've never done that. That's probably only because Vanessa's more of an outspoken person than you are. So she's more outgoing, she's more uplifting. So maybe I do tell her, well, she didn't even admit it. She just said all of that. Yes, she just say her sister's outspoken one. And she said, you don't want to try to have a conversation with someone who's not outgoing? You want to still try to have a bond? And since all you say, you will come home and after a long day of work, you will go lay down. And then she said, you wouldn't even try to help me. She said, I don't agree with that. I have tried to help you. You just did not want to talk to me. So then the mom wants to flip it and say, you didn't even want to do that to your own daughter. She said, what are you talking about? You left your kids to chase a man. She said, okay, fine. I did leave my kids, but I want to see if it was a good environment for me. But I've always been a stable parent. I've always been that present parent for my children. What are you talking about? So then it came down to tea information that her mom says she might want to keep her kids because she was sick and needed assistance. You can't have live-in nurses for you, baby. No. And her kids are not live-in nurses. You want to be there for your daughter by helping her watch her kids for a little while? Yes. But don't look at them as maid services for you. So apparently, she felt like it was a good thing what was going between her and Jaquan, so she wanted to bring her daughter with them. And obviously that didn't happen. Things changed because she did not want to pick her up out of the middle of the school year, so she wanted to figure it out and let her end in the summertime. So she said, how you let your own daughter to be with a man? You chased the man, you come after me? Fuck this, I'm done, I'm out, I'm gone. But she said, I was trying to find help, to receive help. I don't think that her mom helps her as much as she would like to. I think she tried to throw it in her mother's face, throw it in Lakesha's face that you are a single mother with 2 different baby dads. Look at your life. I really think that's what she's trying to do. So then, she leaves, she's done, cussed out the camera crew saying, she wants to put me on blast, say I'm a bad mother, and she want to cuss me out. She said, I've never cussed you out. She really didn't cuss her out. She didn't even say nothing bad to her. But the mom liked the heat taken off of her because she hit you. She hit a nerve because she was right. You have been treating Vanessa differently than you treat Lakesha. And it's favoritism. And I feel like you want to praise your youngest daughter for being skinny, being beautiful, versus than your oldest daughter who has 2 kids by 2 different men, and that she's chasing after another man, and you don't like that, and you don't know how to be there for her. So you bring her down, tell her she's not looking pretty, just going off. So as everything is happening, she's still yelling, trying to pack her bags, trying to leave. Sharon, which is Jaquan's mom, she's starting to cry because she is hearing everything, and she did not know that that was going to happen. She thought that, Lakesha will, vent out to her mom and her mom will receive it, but no, it was the opposite. You got her mom leaving, you got Lakesha crying because she's not feeling heard. Like, she wants to tell her mom, I was depressed, I was alone, and you didn't even want to take the time to listen to me. So she really, felt like, as a mother, we supposed to be there for our kids. If our kids can't come to us and tell us their problems, then who the hell are we? And what else do they have? And her sister is in the bathroom with her, and she said, at times I felt alone too, by mother. She said, you did? Yes. And I never knew it was just as extreme as yours. So her sister is in the confessional with the mom and say, listen, mom, I don't know what's going on with you, but at times the way that you treat us, the way that you treat her, it could lead to somebody being broken. And we need to try to help her out. So the mom now wants to get in her feelings, start to cry, because she hearing her perfect daughter explain how she felt alone, and that she did not know how the behavior that she was doing to Vanessa, doing to Lakesha, affected Vanessa too. But I feel like it's bullshit. You crying because you look like a fool. You crying because they're telling you bad. You crying now because your perfect daughter is letting you know, Mom, you are wrong. But that's what Lakesha's trying to say. You couldn't even listen to your daughter to admit that you was wrong. You had to have your youngest daughter tell you wrong. Good night. I don't like that, Mom. Day 3. It was supposed to be a simple conversation so they can fix their problems, but it turned out to be a disaster. All the mom did was deny. But Sharon's mom, Jaquan's mom, stood up and said, I will be there for you. I will be here. And Jaquan stood up for her too. So she feels like, as far as blessing, I don't think I'm going to get one from my family. If we did, that would be a surprise, but I know what we're going to have to do if we do not get all the blessings that we want. So now the fact that she saw how she reacted to her trying to tell her mom how she felt, she can see that that's how I act towards Jaquan sometimes. And I cannot believe how I act that way. I do not want to carry this toxic cycle to my daughter or to any of my children. I don't want to do that. So blessing ceremony, everybody pretty much says no, but majority of their reasoning was y'all need more time. More time. Her sister says yes because she saw the difference in the way Jaquan and Lakesha communicate. Her mom says yes because she sees how Jaquan really loves her. But at the end, they're going to wait to get married, and they want, taking their time. We find out the update. Jaquan attempted to find out if the baby was his, but his calls would never return. I.e., I think the other woman wanted to get camera time, wanted to get exposure, wanted to get, 15 minutes of fame, and it didn't work. After a recent blow up between her and Jaquan, Lakesha left him and moved her daughter to be close to her father and her sister. So she said, bye-bye, you cheated on me again, or you lied on me again, I'm done. And the relationship with her mother is now in a better place. I wonder when and how. Y'all must have went to intense therapy for that to break. I wish they would have dived in more into the relationship, and I wish they would have brought the other doctor that helped out with the other two moms, from the other episode. I wish they would have helped that out. And I also wanted to understand, why did Jaquan cheat all the time? Why? What was his reasoning? He obviously didn't have a steady job, so maybe he was that toxic dick that the girls could not get enough of, maybe. But that was it, y'all. That's all I have. I'm going to see you guys later. Please stay tuned for the next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.